the new herb bed in here, and here's the celery. We're starting to get all that in and put it through the dryer. So yeah, we'll just use it dried through the winter. You see all these, I don't know if you can see all those flies and things. Well, they're not flies, they're sort of midgy things buzzing around. Okay, and here's my daughter's dog Alfie. We're just laying out the brick pathway in front of the greenhouse here. They have to be sunken in, of course, but we're just laying them out so we know, you know, where they're going and so forth. And Alfie, my daughter's dog, has decided to plonk himself right in the middle of it. These particular climbing beans, get what they're called now. This lot at the end we're letting go to seed for seed saving. But I'll put the name of them. Yeah, I'll put the name up on the screen so you can see what they are, but they're particularly good. They really are. And there's another purple one we have, but that's a bush bean, and that one's purple dove bean or something like that. But no, this is the climbing lot. And on this side we have shooting heavenward. There's all the sweet corn. So that's only got a few weeks left before that's ready for picking. As you can see, the tomatoes have been absolutely hammered with the Australian summer. This is what happens to ours by the end of the season. They don't so much reach the end of their life as they're dehydrated within an inch of it. So now, as you can see down here, got a lot of work to do, but we've got trouble with the fence. This old tree, now dead, but it's pushing that over, so we're going to have this repaired before we can finish off the garden beds there. But you can perhaps see right down the end here, again, more tomatoes that have been hammered by the heat. You see they've gone right up to the top there. They've done very well. And growing up the back of them is our butternut pumpkins. I think you guys call them butternut squash in the UK and the US, but yeah, we call them butternut pumpkin. So they're growing up the back there. I don't know if you can see just down there in the foreground, there's one or two on the ground, but the rest are actually up behind the old tomatoes there. And of course the rest of the kitchen garden is through that gate there, at the front of the house. Okay, so I'll take you back down the pathway in a minute past the greenhouse and show you the rest of the garden. So it's, the leaves on the fruit trees will all be turning in the next few weeks, and I'll show you. So yeah, there's probably be your last chance to see them green. I'll show you our grow out pen where we've got a few young hens up and coming, and the older hens, and of course my lovely ducks. But yes, these are difficult times we're all going through at the moment. We're not quite in like a military lockdown here. It's a suggestion that is firmly been told to us that we should self-isolate and stay home where we can, which is what we're trying to do. And fortunately, I think we're better prepared for this than most people. It is frightening though, and my heart goes out to anyone who's got this wretched thing, or has a loved one who has it, or God forbid has lost a loved one from it. And it should go without saying, but all the emergency services people, our health workers, everyone is pulling together to do this, with perhaps the exception of politicians. I firmly believe if they'd have acted a few weeks ago, then we would have been disrupted for a month or two, but we would have got it under control quite quickly, and just have to deal with the occasional outbreak. But as usual, they drag their feet, and I think this will turn into a 6 to 12 month exercise. So thank you very much to our politicians, and I think that pretty much goes for most of them across the world. Not all perhaps, but most. But anyway, I'll go and show you the rest of the garden, and in the meantime, you and your family keep safe, do the right thing, respect you know, your social distancing, and let's all ride this out together. Okay, so let's go on with the tour. Right, now as I said, here's all the sweet corn. You see the heads, the sweet corn coming there. I think this one's a Jolly Roger. Don't remember the name of this one, but as you can see, the corn's much more advanced on this one. Again, the climbing beans, the purple ones that are at the end of their life. And our strawberries that look like they could do with a bit of water actually, but they're starting to send out their runners. Now, these are the dwarf beans I was talking about. They're here for seed saving. These are the purple dove. The green ones are, what are they called? Bonaparte, that's it, Bonaparte. And a very sad looking fuchsia. Having said that, most people can't grow fuchsia in the ground in Australia like that, so we are doing quite well. Okay, so the compost bins. Here's the girls in our grow out pen. They will have 2 or 3 months to go before we can expect eggs. Okay, these are our girls, plus our Welsomer rooster, which we're not supposed to have, is part of a batch of eggs. And so far he's not crowing, so all the time he's not crowing, we're happy for him to stay. Here's the ducks. The lovely one with the green beak is the drake. All the rest are his girls. And that's it.